Welcome back to the Gridiron Report with David Wright. So, I hope you are having a gorgeous Sunday. I wanted to talk a little bit about our receiving core. So, when you're looking at our receiving core, you have Terry McLaurin, Chig, even though he's a tight end, and Antonio Williams. Now, in this system, all these offensive coordinators that have been using this system for years and years, they get away with one primary receiver, a good second, and you really can't name others. Name them on the 49ers. Hell, name them on KC. Name them on um, the Lions. Name their third receivers. You really can't. Um, so what we're looking at is a system that will run through McLaurin, Antonio Williams, and Chig mostly. So what I wanted to look at is the ones behind them: De'Ami Brown, Van Jefferson, Luke McCaffrey, Treylon Burks. Okay, so Treylon Burks, he's been on a bad team, so it's been hard for him to get going on his north. But last year, with Luke McCaffrey and Treylon Burks on the same team, you saw Luke McCaffrey with only 208 yards, but he brought in 3 touchdowns in that time, and he only played 8 games. With Treylon Burks, he had, I think, 444 and 1 touchdown, and it's the best season he ever had. Now, neither one of them should we feel comfortable going into the year as our third. Van Jefferson. So he's more developed as far as his route running tree and things like that. Not to mention, when you go back and look at Treylon Burks, he's 6 foot tall. He runs a 4.5 40, and his relative athletic score is 9.08. With Luke McCaffrey, he's 6'2". He has a 9.42 relative athletic score. His dash is a 4.39. So he's faster. He's a little taller um, than Treylon. Now, this is no shade at neither guy. I like both as developmental pieces. But I've given you the numbers. Now, a 4.39 and a 4.5, them are good. Like, I'm happy with that kind of speed. And the relative athletic scores, I'm very happy with. The height is good. So, with both guys, we like what we're seeing as far as combine numbers. But productivity in the same team last year, with half the yards, Luke brought in 3 touchdowns. Treylon brought in one, and it was a one-handed, beautiful catch, but it is what it is. With Van Jefferson, the difference with him is his speed is different. This man runs a 4.39. He's a burner. He's got a better route tree than anyone on this list. So my point is, and with De'Ami Brown, he's 6 foot tall. He runs a 4.44. So Van Jefferson is definitely our fastest receiver on the field. as far as that bunch. So while you're running, you're not real happy with these guys. And Van Jefferson's older, so you're kind of worried about that. De'Ami Brown's, his big claim to fame is playoff De'Ami. So with Luke McCaffrey and Treylon Burks, it looks like developing is happening. But let's say we don't make another move. We don't bring in Diggs. We don't do a trade for nobody, and that's that. I'm not happy with any one of these being my third receiver. However, if I am playing in a system that Terry, um, Antonio Williams, and Chig are our main targets, and then we have a rotation of Van Jefferson with Treylon Burks and Luke McCaffrey and De'Ami Brown, I feel more comfortable with the rotation of having to deal with the different styles than I do any one of these players by themselves. But I have stated it for months now. I wish Adam would go and trade and get Brian Thomas Jr. Give up a one and whatever else you have to. He's young. I know he had a down year, but it's still better than any of our receivers from last year. So I would make that trade and be happy about it. I'm not the GM. So if I have to take a Diggs, or maybe now we make a move to get Booty or one of these guys, it would make this much better if you added a Keyshawn Booty. But then you have to release one of these guys, and I'm guessing by age, Van Jefferson would be gone. But by your speed, you would have to consider between him and De'Ami, but you would guess they would keep De'Ami because he's been here so long. You know, he was gone last year, but he was here the year before. He's got better chemistry. Um, so what do y'all think about the system? The system, you see it around the league, the kind of system it is. So the third receiver is not as important in this system as it is in other systems. But do you like a specific one of these guys? Is the rotation what would make you feel more comfortable? Do you want to go get a Keyshawn Booty? Um, I know my wish, which is getting Brian Thomas Jr., that's just not going to come true, but I can still wish it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below, please. Hey, like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate it a lot. I hope y'all have a beautiful rest of your weekend. Let me know what y'all think about all this. I know I didn't bring up the whole Ayuk crap. It's just so old. He's not going to do things he's supposed to do. He's not going to play in the NFL this year, more likely. I want to talk about how we win, not about someone that's not in to help us win. So let me know what you think about these guys. And I know I didn't bring up Jalen Lane, but I don't really consider him a receiver yet. He's definitely a special teams player, and he's a really good one. But if he starts to develop, then we will include him more. But what do y'all think about this? Who makes you feel more comfortable? Um, and what do you think? Y'all have a great day. Like, share, subscribe, follow us everywhere. And we'll see you next time. Have a great one.